Okay, hey everyone, I'm going to be filming my Marilyn Manson transformation video today, and I wanted to take a moment and just say truly thank all of you for all the incredibly sweet compliments. Like, I never ever expected so much love and so much support from all of you. It just means the absolute world to me. Like, when I was putting this costume together, I actually dressed up as him in 2016, but I mean, I had a lot of fun. Like my favorite thing in the whole world is transforming into him, because I have looked up to Marilyn Manson for such a long time, and I love his music, I love his style, I just love everything about him, I love his personality, I think he's an incredible person. So when I dressed up as him in 2016, I had a blast, but I wasn't really too much impressed with the look. So this year, I decided to transform myself into him once again, and I was really inspired by his personal Jesus music video. The look with the crystals on his face, like, I've always been obsessed with that look. I think it's so beautiful. He looked amazing. So I definitely had to recreate this look for myself, and I never ever expected such an incredible response from so many people, so many of you out there. Just thank you so much for the love and support. It means so much to me, more than you all will truly ever know. So I just finished spraying my hair, which I hope it looks okay, because I was actually running out of the temporary hair color, which I am, where's it at right now? I misplaced it. I think I left it in the bathroom. But it was a $1.93 spray from Walmart, and I was actually really shocked at the quality of this spray, because it doesn't transfer. Like, once it dries, it's pretty much set, and yeah, I'm just very, very happy with this spray. So I just finished spraying my hair. I hopefully none of my blonde hair is peeking through. But anyway, I just put all my products together, and I'm going to start my transformation. So I really hope you all enjoy. Okay, and I couldn't find my primer right now, but the primer that I used was the e.l.f. Hydrating Primer. It comes in the blue bottle. If I can find it, I'll show you guys which one it looks like. But so starting off with foundation first. Now, I really love this foundation. I'm using the L'Oreal True Match in the shade Warm Light Ivory W2. And I find this foundation is like perfect for this Marilyn Manson look, because it's the perfect tone, undertone. It makes you look very ghostly, and I just love the way that it blends into my skin. Yeah, I just really love this foundation. I think it's absolutely perfect. Like, if you're very fair complected and you're looking for a truly white foundation, I highly suggest you picking up this one. So yeah, let me just blend this into my skin, and I'm going to try not to make this video like 30 hours long. So yes, I'm just going to blend this in as quickly as possible, and then we will move right into concealer. Okay, and next for concealer, I'm actually using the Dermacol Makeup Cover Foundation, and I have the shade number 208, and the reason why I love this so much is because, wait, is this 207 or 208? I'm not really sure, because I do the package away. I think it's 208 though, I'm pretty sure. But this is what it looks like. It comes out in a squeezy tube, and this is very full coverage. Like, the very first time that I used this, probably like over a year ago, I bought the shade is like way too light for my complexion, and so when I put it on, I literally looked like I had a full-on mask, which I don't mind, because I love full coverage foundation anyway, so that is not an issue with me whatsoever. But recently, like over the past few months, I've been using it as my under eye concealer, and I just love it because the texture of it, it's thick, but it's easy, it's very blendable, as you can tell. Like, it blends out super easily, and it really doesn't crease. Like, I'm really been like totally impressed with this, and I use it as my base too. And I noticed, like, I use this on Halloween, and I noticed that my eyeshadow, it barely, like, I never noticed like my eyeshadow lasted that long. Like, I was super impressed, and it's definitely from using this foundation as a concealer that it works very well, and I'm very highly impressed with this. Like, I'm actually running out of it, so I definitely have to go and pick up some more. I picked up mine off eBay. I think I paid like, I forget how much it was now. I think it was like either $13 or $14, but it was so worth it. Okay, and to set all of this in place, I'll be taking the NYC Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder in Translucent, and I'm also going to take the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in Reserve Your Cabana, which I don't know who this could possibly be a bronzer for, but I don't use it for that. I actually use this to highlight underneath my eyes, and it just like, and I actually set like my face around it too when I want extra added glow. So I'm going to take the NYC one first, and don't ask me why I still keep these little sponges, because I never use them. I'll just pour some product into the cap like so. I actually have to go and pick up some more of this, and I know NYC, they said they no longer carried them in the United States, but here's a fun fact. I was happening to shop in Meijer, I would say about a year ago or so, and I actually notice that they carry NYC makeup in Myers. So if you have any Myers near you and you're looking for NYC makeup, because their makeup, they have a lot of great products, especially this powder, which I've been using. This is probably like the very first translucent powder that I ever used when I first started getting into makeup years ago. And so they have the full display of NYC at Myers. So definitely go and check it out. I was super impressed. I have to go back and pick up another one of these powders because I just absolutely love this powder. It doesn't make me look cakey. It doesn't leave flashback. It's just definitely been a staple in my collection for many, many years. And it's just, and it's like, it's so cheap. It's like literally $3, which, come on, can you possibly go wrong? Not at all. It's just such a good price. So, okay, now that I set the majority of my face, I'm trying to hurry up, speed this along here. I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana, and I'm using the Eco Tool sponge, by the way, I forgot to mention that. So I just take some like this, and then I just press it underneath my eyes, and I just love the effect this gives. It just really brightens everything up. Okay, and next for contouring my face, sculpting up my cheekbones, I'll be using one of my all-time favorite contouring palettes from e.l.f. And I will be using the e.l.f. highlighting brush. Now this brush, I really do not care for it for actual highlight because I really don't think it really picks up much product. But I have been using this like insane lately for contouring. It is absolutely perfect because it's so soft and it just really like fits underneath my cheekbones like perfectly. So I'm going to mix these two shades right here, tap off the excess, and then just slowly start contouring. And I bring it, like Marilyn, I notice he brings it pretty far down. So just sweep it underneath my cheekbone and I bring it pretty far down. Really sculpt everything out. And then I really make sure to define the perimeter of my face. Perimeter, I can't speak today. I'm sorry. And I bring a little bit up here as well. And make sure to really contour the nose and underneath the lip, and make sure to really sculpt out the jawline. Now I take my Eco Tool sponge and I just put some on both sides of into the Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana, and then I just use that to carve underneath my cheekbone. Okay, and next I can move into eyeshadow. And so I will be using two palettes for this. One is the Wet n Wild Spoiled Brat palette. And I'll be using this black shimmery shade right here, which is I've had this palette for probably 5 years. I know I should get rid of it, but it is my favorite. This black is incredible. And then I will also be using the Take Me to Brazil from BH Cosmetics palette, which this is the first edition. And I will be using a combination of like these two blues right here. So first thing, I'll do one eye on camera too. So the first thing that I do, and the brush that I will be using too, is the $1 Professional Defining Eye Brush from e.l.f. And the reason why I love this brush so much is because you see the way that it's shaped? It's perfect for getting right in here and creating that look that Marilyn creates. Like he always brings his shadow and like kind of like a curve in the inner corner. So this brush is literally perfect for that. So the first thing that I do, I dip into the black here from the Spoiled Brat palette, tap off the excess, and then I just start off with a guide, and I just start mapping it out like so, and just making sure that it has enough curve, and then I just bring the line up to right underneath my brow bone, as so. I bring it like partial way in, and then I just start filling it in. And I use this as I use the shadow as a guide because I go over this with a cream eyeliner next, and I will show you that step pretty soon. But look at how incredibly pigmented this black is. Like it is literally my favorite, and it was so cheap. I remember like it didn't cost, I don't even know how remember it was. The shadow was like under $3 for that quad. It's just completely incredible. So after I have that map guided out, I then move on to the e.l.f. Black Cream Eyeliner, which I love. So, and I'm using this random brush. I think it came into like a set like on eBay a long time ago when it was like my first brush kit. So I dip the black into the black gel eyeliner. And then I just bring this all the way onto my lid, like so. And I drag it across. And the reason why, too, I love doing this makeup look is because you don't have to worry about it being 100% perfect, because Marilyn's makeup is, you know, the way that he applies it, it's not meant to be perfect. So that is another reason why I absolutely love stepping out of my comfort zone, because I'm always such a perfectionist. Like, everything has to be perfect. If it's not, I get anxiety. But that's the reason why I love doing this makeup so much. It's just so much fun to do something a little bit different, something that you're not used to, you know. Okay, then I dip back into the Spoiled Brat palette. I back into this black, and then I just start blending eyeshadow right over top to make it a bit more of a smoky effect. And I drag it out like pretty far, like so. Because I just love that his looks, I don't have to worry about making this perfect. It's meant to look like this, you know. I smoke out the outside to make it look a little more dark and a little more spooky. And this is just a random crease brush. I think this is like one of the very first crease brushes that I ever had. I don't even remember where I picked this up from, but it's just always been one of my favorite brushes. It's incredible. So yeah, I just blend this until I feel that I'm satisfied with it. Last minute when I was putting this look together, but I just took, like, I think it was like this blue, and I just add this to the inner corner, just like right on top of the black. And I just love that this effect that this gives, and I bring it up. I just pretty much just blend it into the black. And this gives the eyes a little bit more dimension. Okay, so I just finished my eyes, and I applied a coat of the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara. And so now for eyelashes, I'm going to be using, for my left eye, I'm going to be using these ones by ColorMate in the style Bold. These are $1 at the Dollar Tree. And then for the white eyelash, Marilyn Manson Signature, I actually picked these up. These are glow-in-the-dark eyelashes from H&M probably like 3 years ago, and I never found a use for them until now. So I will be applying these, and I will be right back. And to apply them, I will be using the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive, which this is legit my favorite lash glue of all time. So let me apply these, and I will be right. Okay, lashes are on. And so next, I'm pretty sure Marilyn Manson doesn't do this, but for me personally, I cannot survive without highlighter. So I'm just like, I'm making this look my own anyway. So yeah, I literally cannot do my makeup without highlighter. But anyway, so I took the LA Colors Shimmering Loose Eyeshadow, and what is the shade? In the shade Snow White. And this is only $1 at the Dollar Tree, which I'm obsessed with this because it has lots of glitter in it, which you guys know I'm obsessed with glitter. So what I do is I dump some out onto the back of my hand like so. Okay, whoa, that's a little much. That's okay. So, and I pick it up on a fan brush like so. And then I take a little bit of setting spray, which this is an e.l.f. setting spray, but it's just water. I spray the back of my brush, and then I just apply it to the tops of my cheekbones. And as you can see, oh my gosh, I am legit obsessed with this. I am going to buy like the entire stock next time I go to Dollar Tree, because this is literally everything that I could ever want for my highlight. And to intensify my highlight even further, I took the BH Cosmetics Blacklight Highlighting Palette, which this palette is totally incredible. I cannot even tell you how incredible this highlighter is. It's just amazing. And I took the shade Strobe on a fan brush like so, which this is optional. But you know, I cannot live without highlighter, so I just apply this over the top of the LA Colors one, and oh my gosh, they will literally see you shining from outer space. I'm not even kidding you. This is everything that I could ever want and more when it comes to highlighter. So a highlighting palette, it's just absolutely stunningly gorgeous. And now this is the part where I had to include this about this Hard Candy Glow Illuminating Setting Spray. It says with Radiance Pearls and Coconut Oil. Now let me just say one thing. I was pretty much almost done with my face, as you can tell, right? Okay, so I decided to use this for the very first time because I actually read some horrible reviews about this setting spray, but most of the time when I read reviews, I really don't really pay too much attention because I know we all have different preferences and what may work for you may not work for me and vice versa, you know? So I decided to give this a try without even paying attention. So I took it like so, which I won't do right now because I'm going to completely screw up my whole entire face. I sprayed once. It literally had white dots everywhere, all over my face, all over my clothes. Thankfully, I didn't have my full costume on, but it was everywhere. I could not get it off of my shirt. I had to take a washcloth and like try to scrub the white residue off of my shirt, off of my skin. I had spots all over. It made my foundation start peel. My foundation was rubbing off because it has coconut oil, which I'm pretty sure that will remove your makeup, right? So my foundation was starting to like slowly slide off. I'm like, oh my god, I almost had a panic attack. But so what I did to save the day is I went back in with this Reserve Cabana from Wet n Wild, like illuminating bronzer powder, whatever, and then I just took some of this and I just like pressed it over the white spots, and luckily my makeup was saved. I didn't have to redo it all. But I just gotta say one thing: if you ever see this setting spray in Walmart, whatever you do, do not pick this up unless you want your makeup to completely be ruined. Next, I added the rhinestones to my face, which I'm actually out of rhinestones. I'm really sorry. I wish I would have thought of this before I started filming this video. But I have these little silver sequins right here, so I think these will work. So I'm going to apply these around the perimeter of my face right here, and then I will be right back to do my lips. Okay, and the rhinestones are on, which I was just running out of eyelash glue, so I did the best that I could with what I have at the moment. So next I will move on to lips. And for lips, this is my favorite part of the entire transformation. And so for lips, I have a combination of the NYX Suede lip liner in the shade Vintage, which is literally the perfect shade ever. It's so perfect for this look. And then on top of that, I will be using I actually purchased this liquid lipstick off of eBay. It is by Focallure. It is the Matte Lips liquid lipstick in the shade number 3, Burnt Umber. And I really love this liquid lipstick. It's so cheap. It's long lasting. It doesn't crack or anything. I really love this. This combination together is literally perfect. And this is optional, but I really feel like this really pulled the look together. And I used the Wet n Wild Color Icon lip gloss from the Zodiac collection, and I am using the shade Aries. And this shade just really deepened up the look and made it a lot more goth and more Marilyn Manson vibes I got from it. So I am going to apply all 3 of these, and I will be right back. clean the edges of my lips up, I'll be taking the Wet n Wild conceal stick and a concealer brush and just cleaning up the edges ever so slightly because, you know, I'm still a perfectionist at the end of the day. And I love this concealer stick. This concealer because it's perfect for cleaning up the edges of your liquid lipstick. It has a perfect texture and it's just everything I could ever want for cleaning up the edges. And the final part will be the chrome teeth. Now I actually bought these off of eBay for $5. They came in a set, top and bottom. But my top teeth are pretty messed up and pretty crooked, so they unfortunately wouldn't mold to the shape. But luckily the bottom did, and so I was very thrilled that at least I had the bottom pair to wear. So I'll show you. They just snap them right on. And okay, I'll be right back, fully dressed. And these are really hard to talk in, by the way. But I love them. Okay, and the transformation is complete. I want to truly thank you all for the amazing comments. It means so much to me, and I had so much fun transforming into Marilyn once again, which these teeth are really hard to talk in. I'm sorry if I'm talking funny, but I just absolutely love transforming into him. It's just so much fun for me. I have an absolute blast. If I could do this every day of my life, I truthfully would because it's so much fun for me. And I just want to thank you again for the support. Thank you for the comments. It means more to me than you all will ever truly know. And I want to say something right away. If you guys are wondering what I did for Halloween, I actually went and I met up with my amazing friend Natalia. If you're watching this, I love you very much. We always have so much fun together. And I went to the north side here in Chicago in Boys Town, and I attended the Haunted Halstead Halloween Parade, which is amazing. And my teeth keep flipping up as I'm talking. But it was so much fun. I had so much fun. I saw so many amazing people there. So many creative costumes. It's just unbelievable the amount of talent in this city. I live in Chicago. And the amount of talented people here is just unbelievable. And so funny thing is, I was actually, at the end of the night, there was a costume contest. I wanted to include this right away. There was a costume contest, and I had people like literally, and you could win $500. You could have, I had people coming up to me like nonstop when I was at this one bar. It's Sidetrack in Chicago. I absolutely love Sidetrack. It's like, if you ever come to Chicago, go to Sidetrack because it's so much fun. The people there are also amazing. I always have so much fun every time I go there. But anyway, so I went there on Halloween, and I was alone at the end of the night, and there was a costume contest, and I was thinking about entering it, but once again, I let my insecurities get the best of me, and I wound up leaving early. I didn't enter the contest, which now I really regret. Like, if I can go back and enter it, I totally would, because I had so many people coming up to me telling me to enter it, but in my mind, because I suffer from insecurity issues, like, to this day, I don't know if I'll ever officially get over my insecurities, but that is the reason why I didn't, unfortunately, enter the contest. But you know what? Hopefully next year, if I decide to enter a contest, I'm going to dress up as him one more time, and I'm definitely going to enter because I just absolutely love being Marilyn Manson. And who knows, I may have a shot. You never know. I mean, you don't know until you try, right? So, life lesson, quit being insecure, quit doubting yourself. That's what I'm going to try to do anyway. I'm going to tell myself to quit doubting myself and just go for it. Next year, Halloween 2019, I'm coming for you people. Be warned. But anyway, yeah, just thank you guys so much again for the love and support. Thank you for watching. And if you made it through this entire video listening to me stutter, I love you. I love you all very much. And I hope to make a new video soon.